Building upon the previous videos, let's now go and create a model using the data that we've already loaded. So what we need to do, in a similar way, we want to go down and use the OCI Vision service. And this opens up. What we want to do is create the project. We're going to be using a project that I've already created called Finding Whitlick. I've already created a few models within that. So first one is we're going to create a new one. We're going to do, we have a choice of image classification or object detection. We're just going to go with image classification. And we're going to select the data set that is appropriate, that we've marked up for that particular case. Doing object detection is a very similar one. It's just we need to use the data set for the bounding box scenario. So once we have that done, we just kind of give it a name. So it's quite simple to set up. There is some kind of recommended settings. So sometimes it can, using the quick mode can be useful, or kind of recommended mode. You just let OCI make the decisions for you. Even though the estimated time that they give to run the models can vary from what they've actually specified. So even if it says an hour, it could actually take less. If it says run for 24 hours, it can take less time on it. So for this particular case, against 142 different images, it takes about 45 minutes for it to run, and that was kind of using the recommended kind of 24-hour scenario. So once that has run, we can then look at using the model. So this is where we can bring in some images to test it, just like your typical kind of classification scenario. So in this particular case, we can look at this image and we can look at what the model actually says out of it, and because we have multiple labels on it, it gives us kind of a confidence value on how sure or not it is that Martin is actually in those particular images. And you can do that with as many images as you want. We can pull it in from our different buckets, or we can just drag them in from the file system, which is what I'm doing here.